Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your February 2017 general readings. Make sure to check your rising and your moon sign as well. They may play out a little more predictably for you this month since there are so many of you watching, and your primary sun sign video isn't going to resonate the same for everyone who watches to the same degree. And watching your rising and your moon sign videos may give you a little bit of more predictive insight or just additional uh, insight and clarity onto what's going on in your life over the next few weeks. Thank you for your continued feedback and support. Keep those comments coming. You guys are brilliant. I love reading them, especially when you take the time to detail how the readings are playing out in your lives. Welcome to any newcomers which are with us for the first time today. Thank you also for those of you who continue to reach out for personal one-on-one readings. It's an honor and a pleasure always to read for you, and I'm grateful for the trust that you place in me to do so. And also a special thank you to my regular clients, both for allowing me to be a part of the unfolding chapters of your life and for the regular feedback you give me on how those readings continue to play out. And if any one of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, you can click on the little About button on my YouTube channel's homepage, which will give you a little more information and detail. And my email address, you can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you or with anyone else if you care to purchase a gift reading for family, friends, or loved ones. I do a variety of types of readings. Live and recorded, different lengths of time, as well as a 12-month yearly overview, which is pretty popular around the beginning of the year. And I also do love compatibility relationship spreads as well. Current turnaround time is anywhere from a couple of days upwards of 2 weeks. But since I do readings full time, I'm usually able to get back with you pretty quickly and set up a reading within 2 weeks. So if you're interested, send me an email and we'll go from there. So enough of that, moving right along. This reading is for the water sign of Scorpio for February 2017. February 2017 for the water sign of Scorpio. What does the month of February have in store for our Scorpions? Scorpio, water sign of Scorpio for February 2017. Okay, Scorpio, we begin with the Seven of Swords, followed by the Six of Cups. Next to that, we have the Nine of Cups, accompanied by Strength. We have Justice, followed by the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The Five of Pentacles, followed by the Four of Pentacles. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and advice is the World. Interesting. Let's just take a look, Scorpio. Looks like some of you may be having some kind of conflict with an earth sign individual, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or someone who strongly manifests that character traits of that Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So it looks like this is a month to be kind of vigilant and aware, particularly for anyone who comes up from your past or someone in connection with your past, Scorpio. We find ourselves at the beginning of February, though I am recording these videos in the last week of January. We start with the energy of the Seven of Swords, followed by the Six of Cups. So the Seven of Swords, air energy here, which governs the suit of swords. Swords is all about our words and ideas and communication, our mental outlooks and perspectives and belief systems and how we communicate those. The Seven of Swords is a card primarily of deception. It's a card that's sometimes referred to as the thief card because it does depict somebody actually stealing from someone in the middle of the day in broad daylight. It could represent something rather blatant. Sometimes the thief card gets a bit of a bad rap. It doesn't always have a negative connotation. It can simply mean needing to be rather clever in maneuvering your way through a situation. But it often does imply deception, someone being sneaky, not revealing the whole truth, outright lying, disguising the truth. It can also represent being stolen from in a very tangible way, like money, property, being swindled or cheated. On an emotional level, it can represent somebody taking and taking and taking from you until you feel depleted, taken advantage of, exploited, worn out, exhausted. It does represent fundamentally deception, things, someone or a situation not being everything that you think they are, or somebody deliberately deceiving you. Now, this card is accompanied by the Six of Cups, water energy here, which is what governs the suit of cups. Cups usually manifest in our emotional landscape, relationships, love, our emotions and feelings as well. The Six of Cups is a card. It's a card connected with the past, nostalgia, reminiscence, childhood, parents, roots of origin. It can represent travel back to see your parents or relatives, or back to the place you grew up in. I feel like for a lot of you, there is a person or situation coming up for you in the month of February in connection with your past. For some of you, this could be literally someone from your past showing up again in your life and bringing with them and a situation that's new. I mean, the whole thing is new. Them coming up in your life is new. For others of you, I feel like this is a person or situation from your past, which is old but is resurfacing again for you this month. And because there's so many of you watching, of course, the story is going to split, although the fundamental energy, as I always say, remains the same. I feel like this person, the situation that comes with them, challenges or threatens somehow your current happiness or stability, or the joyful foundation that you have in your life today. And the advice, quite strongly, is to kind of have strength in dealing with that, and to remember, because I think for a lot of you, this brings up a lot of emotions. This isn't more of an emotional situation rather than tangible theft, although for some of you, this could be somebody from your past coming back and actually taking something from you. And for some of you, this could be family or relative members. This could be perhaps struggles and conflicts and fights in dealing with perhaps family money, family business, family estate, or the settling of an estate or will. That could be the case for some of you as well. But I feel like for a lot of you, it really dredges up a lot of emotional issues from the past, which challenges your foundation of joy and happiness, because we transition next into the energy of the Nine of Cups, accompanied by strength. So the Nine of Cups is is considered the wish fulfillment card. This is a card of having your cups overflowing, having not just enough, but more than enough for you, particularly in a physical sense. You can see that this man, he's often portrayed as being rather portly and rotund in other tarot decks. He obviously has more than enough to eat, more than enough to drink, and actually so much that he has enough to share with family and friends. It's a very almost decadent kind of wish fulfillment, having everything that you want kind of sense, particularly in the physical or material sense, ultimate happiness and joy and contentment in your surroundings. That Nine of Cups is paired with strength, major arcana card. This is the kind of strength that comes from self-acceptance and self-love. This is about taking a very honest look at yourself, at where you're at. It's also, and actually recognizing where you have the control and strength and ability to make the changes and take control where you can, and the areas that you can't, to live in acceptance of that and let go of the need for control. This is a card that represents strength, which comes from facing and confronting and walking through your fears and kind of wrestling with your demons, which is what this lion represents. This woman has tamed this wild beast, this lion being symbolic for fears, anxiety, worries, self-doubts that she has about herself. Because I feel like for a lot of you, whatever the situation is that's been dredged up from the past, I feel like it's emotional in nature for a lot of you. Like, it just brings up a lot of challenging emotions for you, and it makes you kind of doubt who you are, your abilities, and where you are in life, and what you're about. Some of you, this is going to be more practical and tangible in terms of what's actually being threatened is money, finance, property, like estate stuff, maybe settling some estate things or old family money issues. But still, even for those of you for whom that resonates, I feel like there's still just a lot of emotional baggage that goes with it. And that baggage kind of for a lot of you brings up old feelings of feeling not good enough, not valuable enough, rejected, abandoned, kind of shut out or left out in the cold. So this is all about remembering who you are, embracing who you are, loving who you are, everything that you've gone through, everything that you've accomplished too. Your crowning card being the world, which is all about that. So strength is key and important, remembering who you are, Scorpio. Now, next we transition into justice with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So justice is the reap what you sow card. This is a card that says what you put into something is what's going to come out of something. It's going to really reflect the outcome and decision making of a situation. And the cautionary advice that always goes with the justice card is to make sure you walk through a situation with the highest honor and trust and transparency and personal integrity as possible, because it's going to affect the outcome. Justice being blind, this is exactly the reap what you sow card. So, and in the upright position, it does represent justice. Whatever the outcome of this is, it's going to be fair, regardless of the motives and motivations of the people involved. Now, it's accompanied by the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So here we have Earth energy, which is the element that governs Pentacles. Pentacles energy usually manifests in our earthly material world and those tangible things like money, finances, property, real estate, etc. And again, for some of you, this may be about that in addition to the emotional baggage that it dredges up. The Queen of Pentacles would represent an older, more reflective, mature female individual, though this is a general reading and there's many of you watching, so it could be male as well. A Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, or someone who strongly manifests the character traits of the Queen of Pentacles. In the upright position, very much a nurturing, caretaking sort of person, someone who's very good at caring for the things that she loves and the people that she loves in her life. And she's very good at like running everything, work, house, volunteer stuff, and making it look effortless. She's just very good at navigating the day-to-day aspects of the world that we live in addition to, taking care of people, being the one that's always there when somebody needs her, etc. In the reverse position, a lot of those character traits are taken to more of a negative or challenging extreme. That caretaking, lovely caretaking, nurturing energy can become suffocating, controlling, emotionally manipulative, um, etc. And I feel like for a lot of you, whatever this is that's come out of your past, for a lot of you, it's attached to this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And I feel like for most of you, it's an actual specific person, earth sign, sun, moon, or rising, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or someone who strongly manifests the character traits of the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And it feels like they've just brought a lot of baggage with them. And again, it's brought up some things for you which may still be in the healing process or still need to be dealt with and healed. And again, the key for you, Scorpio, is to not get drowned in all that watery emotional energy, especially being the water sign that you are. And remember the energy of that strength card and the world card as well. And especially if you're hearing negative messages about yourself, particularly about your past or maybe decisions you made in the past, hold on to who you are today, the value and the strength of who you are today and where you are today as well. And don't allow yourself to get sucked back into old stuff that doesn't have anything to do with you anymore. This could be a good opportunity for those of you who are still dealing with issues from the past to lay them for rest once and for all, and to set boundaries and draw lines with people who are giving you negative messages about who you are. Because it looks like justice is going to be served in this situation, particularly with this earth sign individual or somebody who's like this earth sign individual. Now, at or towards the end of February 2017, we have the combination of the Five of Pentacles along with the Four of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is a card. It can, in a tangible way, represent financial insufficiency or lack, or the fear of financial insufficiency or lack, not having enough money or being afraid of not having enough money, going through a very difficult financial time. For some of you for whom this person from the past or the situation from the past, what it's challenging or what it's threatening is money, or some kind of property issue, again, or the threat thereof. On an emotional, spiritual level, this card can represent feeling abandoned, rejected, not good enough, not belonging, kind of shut off into the cold. Uh, but this light that's shining out through this window represents that help is there, very close by. You just need to reach out and ask for it, because it may be closer than you think, practically right in front of you, which this couple is not seeing, or having a hard time seeing, because they're only focused on the negative of the situation, the difficulty of it. There's help right there. What they need is right there. That clarification and answer is right there. Now, the Five of Pentacles is paired with the Four of Pentacles, which is a card of holding on to the foundations of what you have. Sometimes it can represent holding on a little too tightly, particularly if you've lost a lot in the past, or if you feel a lot has been taken away from you. Sometimes there's a tendency to hold on too obsessively, too tightly to what you have, in terms of financial matters. It can also represent being, in an emotional way, being very closed off and very guarded. For others of you, it can represent being careful, needing to be careful with your money, holding on to the foundations of what you have. Be careful with any, not to do any emotional or emotional based spending this month. This may be a month where you have to be careful and watch your finances. On an emotional level, this can represent, again, holding on to the foundations of what you've built up for yourself, especially for those of you who've come out of a very negative or difficult, challenging past. Don't allow these messages or this person or this situation to make you feel once again like you're not good enough, or you're shut out, you don't belong, because it's simply not the truth of what's actually here, and it's not the message that Spirit is giving. Make sure to remember how strong and valuable of a human being you are, and how far you've really come. Your overall crowning card is the World. Beautiful major arcana card. Beautiful, strong, profound message from Spirit. The World card is a card of completion. It's a card of having reached the top of a mountain, a particularly significant mountain, and taking the time to actually stop and acknowledge that you've actually gotten there. It's about reaching a certain milestone, and acknowledging that, looking back at everything it took to get you from the beginning to where you are now, all of your achievements, everything that you've invested into your life and into your decisions up until now, and acknowledging, coming to a deeper understanding and appreciation of who you are, how powerful, beautiful, and valuable you are, what you've accomplished, and what you might yet be capable of accomplishing as you move forward. That's your overall energy and advice. That's key, and it's beautifully matched with the energy of the Strength card. Whoever or whatever this person or situation is connected to your past that brings up all this stuff and makes you feel threatened, challenged, fearful, insecure, be smart as you go through the month, particularly with money, but also be smart in terms of your emotions. Don't allow that to bring up all the old insecurities and fears again. Look at the reality of it. Take a look at how far you've come and everything that you've invested into your life path so far, regardless of poor decisions you've made in the past. You've come further than you think, Scorpio, and you need to take the time to kind of step back and recognize that this month. And that's key to kind of working through, and make sure to set boundaries. You don't have to listen to negative messages and involve yourself in these negative situations. Draw lines and draw boundaries where you can, and don't get sucked into this kind of emotional whirlpool or cesspool that's connected with your past. Don't forget that, Scorpio. Beautiful Scorpio. Don't forget that. Hold on. Hold on to who you are and your foundations. feels like a reading that could go on for quite a while, but it's a general reading. And if you want something a little more specific, if this has resonated to you in particular, contact me and I'd be happy to work with you. If any of you are interested in a personal reading, just send me an email at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. That pretty much sums up the February 2017 general reading, Scorpio. I thank you for watching it. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the mid-month readings. And until then, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.